We're here with Jim on Shrimps Player. I was going to say it's early pre-season and you've done some marvellous business already, Jim. We signed Tom Barkhuizen last Friday and today it's Lee Molyneux. So you've been a busy guy already?
It is, yeah. Early close season, that's what it is. It's, 10 days now since the end of the season, but I think if you have targets, you don't want to be waiting around. If your mind's set, you get in and get them done. And I think with Tom and Lee, two good players who've played at a high level, love the game, good footballers, both technically good, gives us a bit more pace and mobility going forward, both adaptable to a couple of different roles, and I think they'll be good players for us.
So what this prompted it was strike while the iron was hot. I know the way you do business is keeping tabs on everybody and everything. Presumably you knew this was going to happen with the pair of them and you've been tapping them for quite a while, I suppose, or just keeping tabs on them, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at Tom, I think we played a lot of games for Blackpool in the end, albeit at a right back. We seem further forward, but for one reason or another, whatever's gone on at Blackpool's gone on, and he's left the club. But at his age, he's played a full season ahead of him and got double figures. 3 years ago, whatever it was, we seen real good signs when he was here, and we think he'll be an asset to the club. Molly, a player I've always liked. He's obviously scored a couple against us in the past, but every time I've watched him play, if I've been to watch an Accrington game, he's played well. And as I say, knows the level. He's produced in the past at the level with his goal scoring and assists. Likeable lad, good footballer, technically very good, mobile, fit. Wants to do well, keen to come and improve and do well. And hopefully that's what he'll do, and hopefully that's what both of them will do. And as I say, with the pair of them, it brings a bit more pace to the team, a bit more competition, which you want in all areas. And I just think the two, very good signings for us. At such an early stage as well. We're getting business done. It's positive, and we need to keep that going right throughout the close season, right into pre-season, and hopefully hit the ground running again.
So what happens to Jim Bentley and Kevin McKenna now then? Is there a gap where you do some holidays and do some family time, or are you still?
There will be. It is. Got to sort pre-season out, equipment, the pre-season plan with regards to days that we've trained when we've come back. So all been in place since January. We haven't moved too far away from what we've done over the last 4 years, which has worked brilliantly for us. We've been at the top of the table, more than a couple of occasions in the early part of the season, so why go away from it? We'll be having the 4 home games again. We're looking for a couple of non-league away games again. So that's virtually, all coming together nicely. And now we're working on the squad. Other little things with regards to equipment, all stuff that can make us better next season. We're all striving to do better. And that's what we do. We've been up a couple of times last week. We've been up today, obviously. Probably up a couple more times. We'll have a break mid-June. I'll go away with the missus and the family, where the phone will be switched off for quite a few hours a day while I give them the time that they need from me, which with my job and what I do is not much throughout the season, but I will get a bit of downtime. But while there's work to be done, you got to keep going and make sure that we get ourselves set and ready for hopefully another positive and good season next season. So
you came out in the press just this week saying obviously you were hoping to target 6. There's 2 signed. Now by my mathematics that leaves room for possibly another 4. Is that correct?
That's what we're working to. Yeah. You'd have targets. Sometimes people are your bracket, location, whatever it may be. It is not a case of, if you're a Man City or a Man United or whatever, you could identify targets and do all you can to get them. And we're not that type of club. Everyone knows that. We do have targets. Sometimes you're outpriced. Sometimes people don't want to drop to the level. But I think in the 2 that we've got have been positive, to start with. Both bring good qualities into the squad, and hopefully now with the other few that we get in will be again good, the right type, the right for the group that they're coming into, right for the football club, location wise, financially wise, and hungry and ready to do well. And that's what we want from all our players. That's what we've shown in the past. you know, me and Ken and everyone in the backroom staff are dedicated and show a great work ethic and want to do well, and that's what we instill into the players as well. And it's important that we get the right ones in, because it was big decisions for me with regards to players who've left. As I say, they've all got to come into a budget that's you know, capable for the club. You know, we don't run the club poorly. You know, we cut our cloth accordingly, as I say. And now with the other targets that we've got, they've got to come in and make sure that they're doing what they can to improve us, and the players who are here already find themselves a little bit more competition, kicks them on another couple of notches, and if that is the case, I think we'll do well next season.
So moving on to you as a, shall we say, your personal development as a manager and as a person, you must now look back at when you started thinking, crikey, I didn't expect it to be like this, and there's so many things that you didn't expect, and so many things have changed, and you've learnt so much. You must consider yourself now, being at this club as long as you have now, as quite experienced now, Jim, even at your young age.
I know. I'm 39 next month.
Drummy only packed in just there.
I know. Well, no signs of me packing in yet on this
Exactly.
job, but it's mad when you go as a player, classed as a veteran, to being a young up-and-coming manager. You know, I think I'm on the 5th longest serving up to 92 now, which shows what a mad game it is with regards to managerial appointments. But you know, I work hard. I've got the trust of the club to do what's right. You know, I'm not stupid enough to know that it's results, and if you're not getting the results, you're going to be up to a bit of criticism. But I think the expectation levels of everyone at the club, you know, fans, board of directors, players, everyone, has got to be realistic. You know, we'll still, no matter what, come the start of next season, be one of the favourites to go down. But we keep proving them wrong. You know, we've never been in the bottom two. We've been at the top for, you know, good periods over the last 4 years. I've learnt more and more every year. Obviously, a little bit of a relegation battle last year, where you learn a lot about yourself and what's expected. Learned a lot when you're top of the table. Learned a lot when, you know, no one's giving you the chance, but you come out fighting and make sure that you give a good account of yourselves, and you can upset a few, which we certainly do in the league and in the cup over the 4 years. So you never stop learning, you never stop wanting to learn, you never stop moving forward at the times. You know, learn about yourself, and that's what I've done over the 4 years, and I think gradually I'll get better and better for it. And hopefully, if I do that and the group do it, we'll improve again next season. That's the aim. Whether it's by whatever, you know, that's what we want to do. You know, not going to shout from the rooftops, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, because football, the way it is never like that. We're not one of the fancied sides, we're not one of the big boys at the level. I think the league will be tougher next season. I think Paul Cook going into Portsmouth will certainly kick them on. I think Oxford will come again. I think the likes of Exeter might come again with the money that they got for Grimes. So
they both had very good finishes, didn't they? Just like us, really. Oxford,
well, that's
Exeter,
right.
And us had good runs at the end.
I think it's there's always the teams like Tranmere who are expected to do well and fall away, but I think overall, I think it'll be a tough season next year, so we'll have to improve. But I think with the players we've got in so far, and hopefully the ones we've got to follow, and all behind the scenes with regards to training ground, getting that a little bit better, DVD analysis, sports science, everything that we work on to give us that added little advantage is all improving all the time. Not massively how you'd want it. You can't go in blank canvas, got all the money in the world to make sure that you go and get everything the best it can be. But year on year, I think we've shown that it's improving and it's going in the right direction, and hopefully we'll improve again next season.
So, final, more light-hearted question. Serious southern bias in this division next year. What's your Cockney accent like?
It's not nice, is it? It is what it is. I think the teams that have come down, and it just means it's, you know, harder for away travel, harder with regards to finances with overnight stays and things like that. But again, it is what it is. You got to beat who's in front of you. Whether you got to travel right down to the other end of the country to do it, you do it, and that's the way it is. But it does have a knock-on effect with regards to the biggest thing, attendances, you know, overnight stays. But we'll make sure we do the right things to give ourselves every opportunity, and we had some good away results down south. in the season just gone. So hopefully there'll be more in the coming season.
And on that positive, we'll hopefully speak to you again very soon when more pieces of the jigsaw appear. But good luck with that. If we don't speak to you before, have a good break. You deserve it. But thanks for talking to us, and we'll talk again soon.
Cheers, Dave.